Hello and welcome to the Abundology podcast. My name is Renee Spears and I'm a spirit guide channeler and spiritual life and business mentor. And I help people be happy and attract more money, love, time, and joy in their lives. I'm coming to you from a very chilly Bozeman, Montana, and this is the weekly energy update for the week of November 20th, 2022. Every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And we are in the final 2 days of the deep emotional waters of eclipse and Scorpio season. We did it. We made it, and we are finally on the other side. So after a long emotional past month, I think it's pretty safe to say that we are all ready for a change of pace. So we shift emotional gears this week as we enter the fun-loving, adventurous Sagittarius season on Tuesday the 22nd. And we stay in these wonderful vibes until the winter solstice, which is only a month away. So no matter how tough life may have seemed, we land on our feet and we're ready to live the good life throughout these lucky days ahead. So being that Sagittarius is a sign of adventure, travel, and wisdom, this is the time to open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences, both big and small. So if you ever wanted to climb Mount Everest or take a gondola ride in Venice, this is the time to start planning those things. But right now, every activity will feel like the ultimate experience. Even getting a cup of coffee and checking out the farmer's market, it feels like a wonderful escapade. So you can boost your enjoyment of life right now by approaching the things you do in a new way of thinking about them. This is our opportunity to appreciate the everyday things in our life and view them in a new way, as a new adventure. So slow down. Check out the art on the walls of the coffee shop. Ask the barista's name and what they're doing for Thanksgiving. The vibe right now is so much chiller than it's been in the past few months. And not only will the vibe be chiller, but we'll also want to connect with people who inspire us to do and be better. Sagittarius is a do-gooder by nature, and it loves to help out those in need. It also doesn't like being around people that are negative or cynical or manipulative. So if you have people like that in your life, you may not want to spend very much time with them right now, and will be drawn to happy, positive people. We are embracing positive people and positive vibes. So since Sagittarius is ruled by the expansive planet Jupiter, we're enjoying the good life, whatever that means to you. It could be travel and partying to the crack of dawn, or it could be staying home cooking and playing board games with your favorite people. The theme this month is to embrace the good life. This is the time to think about what living the good life means to you, because it's different for all of us. And it even changes in different times in our lives too. So take some time this week to think about what the good life looks like to you. This year, Sagittarius season kicks off with an optimistic new moon on Wednesday the 23rd, making it a perfect moon to manifest and plant seeds for the weeks to come. This new moon also happens to be on the same day that Jupiter, Sagittarius's ruling planet, goes direct. Jupiter has been retrograde for the past 4 months, so it's going to feel wonderful when it goes direct. So this is a powerful new moon for feeling your potential and setting intentions to support it. Feeling your potential. So often we stop short of what we are capable of achieving. We sabotage ourselves right at the finish line without ever even knowing what would happen if we actually made it. Some of this behavior comes from the fear of the unknown. Some comes from fear of success, and some from the fear of failure, but it all comes from fear. So this new moon is an opportunity to step away from your fear and ask yourself, what if the best case happens? What if it all works out? Whom would I be then? Sagittarius represents truth. Its energy is always in search of truth, and it reminds us that sometimes our inner truths need to be rewritten. Because we all have these stories that we tell ourselves about our lives. These stories form our assumptions and our expectations of ourselves and the world around us. And yeah, of course, some of these stories serve us and help us form our identities. Some of them, though, limit us and they keep us feeling safe. And in reality, they block us from our potential. So this new moon is the time to look at the beliefs that rule your life and ask yourself if any need to be shifted, changed, or even expanded upon. To create a life that breaks you out of old patterns and behaviors, you need to rewrite some stories and step out of the comfort zones that are limiting your potential and your life. And this new moon helps us do just that. So as you write your intentions for this new moon, notice if any old stories or beliefs are coming in to try to sabotage your dreams. Is there a voice telling you from within what it is or isn't possible for your life? Are you holding yourself back from a life you want to live because you don't feel like you deserve it? So we want to continue to question these beliefs throughout this whole month. So Sagittarius is about direct experience with life. So as you explore these beliefs and the stories you tell yourselves, it's important to ask yourself if they are something you directly experienced or if they were taught to you. Because much of what makes up our internal narratives comes from our childhood, and it includes things passed down to us. Often we just assume what we're taught is valid, but this is not always the case. So stories can be passed down from generation to generation and continue until someone steps up and challenges them. And guess what? That somebody is you. This is the time to challenge them and rewrite anything and everything holding you back from living your highest potential and your best life, from living the good life. So on this new moon, we have the very serendipitous aspect of Jupiter stationing direct as it forms a trine with the moon and the sun. So Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius and is often thought of as the planet of luck. But it's more about faith and believing in ourselves. So Jupiter helps us have faith in the best case scenario and to believe in ourselves. Jupiter expands us. And as the largest planet in the solar system, it almost was a second sun. On this new moon, Jupiter is greatly activated, making this a wonderful time to dream bigger and go for the best case scenario in our lives. There are times when the energy makes it easier to improve our lives, and this is one of those times. This is the time to go for it, to assume the best, to assume that you can do it. If there is any time where you can do that and it is going to work out, this is the time. So a new moon represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of another 28-day cycle. So we have this fresh burst of energy right now. This time is full of potential to make significant changes in the quality of your life. This is the best manifesting energy that we have had for months. So we want to take advantage of it. Take advantage of this wonderful, lucky, empowering, best case scenario, brilliant, wonderful, optimistic energy right now. And really, what better way to kick off, Thanksgiving holiday weekend and the whole holiday season coming up? So speaking of Thanksgiving and appreciation, I want to thank you for listening. The podcast hit 30,000 downloads this week. That's a big deal for my small little boutique podcast. And in appreciation of all your support, I am having an appreciation sale for the next week. So all appointments and packages are 30% off right now. Appointments and packages, 30% off. This is the last sale on appointments and packages until spring. So next month, gift certificates and my annual astrology Abundology package will be on sale. But this is the time to take advantage of the sale if you need to stock up and get more packages. I know some of you bought some during the 50% off sale, which was a couple months ago, and I've already zoomed through those suckers. So maybe this is time to stock up again. So anyway, enjoy this week. Man, we're moving into a super wonderful, positive, uplifting time. We just want to focus on living the good life. What does a good life mean to you? Figure that out and then live that bitch. So happy Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you again next week.